I'm tremendously grateful from the kind of responses I'm getting on my YouTube Hindi channel. And a lot of people are, they're texting me, ma'am, please make these videos in English because of language barriers. I completely understand, and I'm really grateful that they want me, to make these videos in English so that it can be disseminated to, a larger set of audience wherein there is a language gap. Okay, so yeah, so today is my first video, and we're gonna start with a very interesting topic, which is Guru Chandal Dosh. Okay, so what is Guru Chandal Dosh? I will not waste much of your time, but before we delve into the actual Guru Chandal Dosh, see, before you understand any concept, please try to understand what are the characteristics of Rahu and what are the characteristics of Jupiter, and then logically apply these characteristics and understand that how this is going to impact you when these two planets come and sit together. Okay, so to be very precise, Rahu is illusion, Rahu is delusion, Rahu is obsession towards the materialistic world, obsession towards money, obsession towards illegal things, obsession towards alcohol, like obsession towards drug. It's a deceivement also. You get deceived by people during your Rahu Mahadasha. Okay, Rahu is obstacle, Rahu is impediment, Rahu is wealth also, Rahu is knowledge also, Rahu is technology. Like, I am making a video right now, it's all Rahu. And yes, I'm undergoing my Rahu Mahadasha, and that's the reason, this social media communication, I'm getting obsessed these days. I'm getting attracted to all these things. I want to connect with the people. So Rahu has both good and bad things, so do not be scared of any planet. It has both the good things and the bad things. Now, how these things are in your chart, for that you have to understand and analyze your chart. On the other hand, Jupiter is your divine knowledge, it's wisdom, it's spirituality, it's your father, it's your mentor. Jupiter is also wealth, but Jupiter is suggesting you, guys, please follow the right path. If you want to have money in your life, please follow the right path. Do not take wrong steps. Do not get into the illegal things. Do not follow like shortcut to money. And Rahu is asking you, no man, I need the money, man. I'll go. It doesn't matter to me. I can do anything to get the money. Okay, this is my objective. I'm like, right now I need money. No matter I follow path A or I follow path B. On the other hand, Jupiter is advising you. Jupiter is consulting. Okay, the people who have Jupiter in a very, very good position in your chart, you will see you are a very good consultants. You're an extremely, tremendously, you can be amazing teachers. Being Jupiter in your, poised in the good houses in your chart. So now when these two planets, they come and sit together in any of the house in your chart, be it your first house, second house, third house, so on and so forth. So the results are going to vary because, of course, each house represents different things. Now, what happens when Rahu and Jupiter comes in the first house? Now, here, during this period, whenever you are undergoing a Rahu Mahadasha or a Jupiter Antardasha or Jupiter Mahadasha or Rahu Antardasha, and you have this dosh activated in your chart, so you will find that you will start focusing a lot on your personality. Okay, you will focusing a lot on your personality means that you will be obsessed. You want to enhance your skills. You are extremely knowledgeable also during that period. You want to learn different things. You want to go for different certifications, different skills. You become obsessed with yourself, with your personality. You become obsessed to get name and fame. You get obsessed to achieve materialistic things. So that obsession becomes inherent in you during that particular period, and because of which what happens, you just don't realize that where you're heading to. Okay, especially during that period, you end up taking wrong decisions in your life because you don't realize that what you are doing. And this is the problem when these two planets come and sit together. And guys, I just forgot to tell you one thing. Not only when these two planets sit together in one house, but whenever a Jupiter and Rahu are respecting each other, mutual respecting each other. For example, if Jupiter is sitting in your first house and it is looking at Rahu from there, because Jupiter has 3 different aspects, 5, 7 and 9. And similarly, Rahu has also 3 aspects, 5, 7 and 9. So create an horoscope of yours in AstroSage. If your Jupiter is sitting in the first house and Rahu is sitting in the 7th house, then also you have this Guru Chandal Dosh. Because from there, Jupiter is looking at your Rahu, and Rahu being in the 7th house is looking at your Jupiter. Right? And there could be different combinations. But yes, 5, 7, 9, they are the different aspects of both Jupiter and Rahu. That also you need to take into consideration when you're analyzing your chart, whether this particular dosh, it exists or not in your chart. Okay, so as I said about the first house, so in the first house, the person become extremely obsessed with themselves. Okay, and that's the reason they do not realize, sometimes like what kind of actions or decisions they're taking during that time, because these people generally they don't have good mentors with them. Okay, and they do not acknowledge the mentors even if they have, like even if these people they have some elder person in their house or they have their father, they do not acknowledge them. They always have some conflicts with their parents, with their father, or with their mentors. The lack of gratitude is there in these people, so they do not acknowledge the fact if someone comes and helps them. So that lack of acknowledgement is there, lack of gratitude is there. They're extremely selfish in during this period. They become extremely selfish. All they're thinking is about themselves, how we can achieve things. Okay, so that is the thing when Rahu and Jupiter dosh is there in your first house. Coming to the second house, now second house is money, pesa, money. So the people become extremely obsessed with money, extremely obsessed with money. Like they just keep on, they just run after money. They're just chasing money during that period. Okay, and what happens when you are so much obsessed about certain thing in your life, you do not realize that that are you actually taking the right step or direction to acquire that money. And second house, since it is also your family, so you start ignoring your family, right? You start ignoring your family and you start living a lonely life in a solitude. That actually happens when your Rahu and Jupiter are sitting together in the second house, or the that aspect is forming in the second house. So these people start living a very lonely life, a solitude life, because they are just chasing money. That's what they want in life. But when this particular dosh, this period ends, they realize, that they have lost so much because of this money. And and that is the realization which comes at a later point of time. Okay, so you guys have to take care of that, right? Like, do not just chase money so much that you lose things which you later realize, right? Because family is also equally important. When this dosh is being formed in the third house of your chart, and third house is your hard work, is your patience. So third house, these people are extremely patient. They have a lot of patience, and they know that if they are into some obstacle, or they are into some kind of, there are some blockers, some impediments, in their way, they know that with their hard work, with their persistence, with their patience, they will come out of it. And these people are generally very generous, very kind-hearted people, and they really do not believe, they kind of don't believe in harming others. So that is what happens when Jupiter and Rahu sits in the third house. Fourth house is a difficult position for Jupiter and Rahu sitting together, because most of the time it has found that these people, domestic life is full of chaos. It's very chaotic, the life, lot of troubles, lack of happiness, because the fourth house is your domestic happiness. It represents your mother. So your mother would have some health related issues. You'll end up taking her to the hospital, or she'll end up in one or other health related issues during her lifetime. So that what happens when Jupiter and Rahu sits in the fourth house. And one more thing, when Jupiter and Rahu is there in the third house, these people, they do not get much of support, enough support from their siblings. They can get support from their relatives, from their friends, but there's a lack of support from your siblings. Guys, this is about the first to fourth house. I'm gonna make separate videos for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because otherwise this video is gonna be too long and you might not able to digest. But the point is that this dosh is, if it is there in your chart, start donating things on Thursday, yellow things, because Thursday denotes your Brihaspati god, Vishnu ji. So start donating things, yellow things on Thursday. It could be turmeric, it could be yellow pulses, and you'll start, feeling a bit of respite and relief whenever you will undergo this Mahadasha and this dosh gets activated in your chart. If you have liked my video, this is my first video. Definitely I can make some mistakes, I'm sure, but I'll try to improvise. I'll try to make it better and better with each and every video I'm gonna post on my YouTube English channel. But please like it and subscribe to my channel, so that I can start, the more and more people can come and they can start going through my content and start giving their suggestions and comments. And these comments really means a lot to me. I've been reading and learning astrology since 5 to 6 years, and I think this is one of the mode, and this is one of the medium through which I can exchange, I can pass on my information to so many people. And please give your comments if you're having some difficulty in analyzing your chart, in reading your chart, whether this dosh is currently present in your chart. I would try my best to revert back at the earliest. Yes, sometimes due to bandwidth related issues, I could face some issues in responding back to you within the time frame. But yes, I'll try my best. And do like it, do subscribe to my channel, and do circulate it with your lot of friends and everybody. Thank you.